Yep. Alright, so I'm a little paranoid with this. Let me see if we're all streaming. I think we are. Let me double check. We'll be right with you. And for the hell of it, and in 3, 2, 1. All right, so simulcasting through Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube. Facebook, I'll broadcast by itself because Facebook doesn't like to play with others. So even though I'm with a program called VMix, this is the initial thing why I'm doing this. I'm testing VMix. I want to see how VMix reacts with everything I have connected to it. So I have VMix running on an Alienware laptop along with I have a Yamaha mixing board. I have the Yamaha MG10XU. It's a board that's going through the Alienware via USB cable. So I'm trying to see, if there's anything like funky with the driver. I've attached this board along with the same USB cable with smaller systems like like with the Mevo, and it's worked fine there. Just getting some bugs out here in the VMix section. The other thing I am doing is, so with the board, I have it connected to a lavalier. It's a wireless transmitter one, so that way I don't have to use the on-camera mic, which is usually not that good. Now, speaking of the camera, it's one of the new JVC's HM250, I believe it's, or HY250. It's a 250. Just Google JVC 250 camcorder. The cool thing about these cameras, I attach a Hawking antenna to it. So this camera lets you cast via IP. So I have the camera IP streaming to the VMix, and VMix streaming out to you guys. So in doing that, I don't have to mess with any kind of HDMI cord or any SDI cord. It has for both. But I can bypass them both by using the IP stream. The other thing I have a video game connected by HDMI to the USB capture card. The USB capture card I'm using is a Magwell. It's served us pretty good. So that's going capture into VMix all the way through there. So I'm calling this little thing, gaming and complaining. Although I'm not really going to be complaining much, but I will be talking about, stuff just to make it fun and light. So I'm using the hashtag gaming complaining. If you ever come across this, in any kind of platform, once I get the actual videos up, I'll even put them on. I'll put parts of it on Facebook and Instagram. So, if you're looking at different platforms, like I said, I'm on YouTube. So YouTube, I'm on My username is MarioC305 via YouTube. Uh, if you're one of, well, that's a mistake right there, but user mistake. My Instagram is not MarioC305. My Instagram is the same as my Twitter. So this is the same as my Twitter Periscope, and this is the same for my. This is the same for either or. So at Emperadus4, you can go through Twitter, Periscope, and Instagram, and check out my stuff there. And for the very first time, I'm using Twitch. I had Twitch for a little bit, never really did much with it, so this is the first one. Perhaps I'll keep going with it. So my Twitch is Yell at Me, but M-I, not M-E. Somebody retook M-E. So why I put Yell at Me? Because pretty much, you know, when I play games, I'll do some fuck ups and people are like, oh, what are you doing? So yell at me. So, you know, definitely if you come across platforms and you want to check out how the different platforms are streaming the stuff, definitely you can do that. So another thing you see with the VMix is I'm talking about the stuff. I'm actually doing the lower thirds myself. So that's why I'm keep on looking off screen, because I'm actually switching, which, you know, you're not supposed to be doing both. You're supposed to have some kind of producer doing it, but hey, we're multitasking. So, you know, I'd love to hear, you know, if there's been trouble with the audio, trouble with, you know, the video lagging, if there's anything that's not up to par. The VMix software is actually pretty dope. Before this, I've been using Sling Studio a lot for streaming out to different events. Have nothing bad to say about Sling Studio. It's a great little system. For the price point, it's pretty amazing, but it's very limited. VMix, it's a little bit more professional. You could do a lot more with it, though it is very more user intensive. So it's if you're good at learning software systems, great. You know, you could use, depending on how much of the features it has, if you want to go in deep or not. So let's get into the fun stuff. So like I said, I have a game system. I have a game that I'm going to play. I'm going to play one of the old school Spider-Man Sega games. The one I used to play in the arcade all the time. Pumped a bunch of quarters into it. So let's start getting into the fun stuff. So as you're going to see right now, I'm going to pop in the game. So now you're seeing the game there, and I'll come in, hello, right there. So let's start. Just pump in a bunch of quarters. So now I'm actually going to put on my headphones real quick because I want to see how loud the game is compared to the way I'm speaking. I could stand to put the volume up a little more.
Submariner. Spider sense tingling, signaling danger. Trouble up ahead.
So I used to play this game a lot. I like how. Don't rush me. I gotta see what the buttons do. Alright, so punch and jump, pretty much. So pretty interesting. You know, these were the games to play back in the day. Marvel's come a long way. They just teased the new picture for Doctor Strange 2, and it seems that Submariner is finally going to be in it. I'd like to see what they're going to do with Submariner in the MCU. I wonder if any, DC's only, well, not only Wonder Woman, but DC's latest #1 movie, Aquaman. You know, they got pretty much a superhero that was always been made fun of in Aquaman, and they made him a badass. So let's see what Marvel could do with Submariner, which, I'm not saying that Submariner's not badass, he's always been badass, but I mean, come on, the guy is Speedos. Can you imagine an actor playing this dude dressed like this? Although in Watchmen, you know, they had some, yeah, the dude completely naked, dressed in blue. See, so this is where it comes out to yell at me because I just got iced 3 times by the Scorpion. And we got Venom. I may be one of the few people, but I love the Tom Hardy Venom movie. Not that it was amazing or anything, but it was fun. It was like watching an old buddy cop movie. Would I want a better Venom? Sure, but yeah, I'll take what I can get. Though Sony did a real good job with Spider-Verse. If you haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse, I really do recommend it. Comics themselves, I haven't really read in a long time. I just really, one, haven't had the time, and two, it's gotten a little expensive. But on the YouTube channels, there's this guy called, his channel's called Comics Explained. It's kind of like one of my favorite channels, and he does a real good job summarizing old comic books and new comic books, like new stories. Like, I know everything that's went along with Dark Knight's Metal, which was a real cool story with the multiverses, negative multiverse. Don't know the dude, but shout out to Comics Explained for keeping me up on the know of what's going on comic book world. He does a lot of Marvel, DC, does them both. So if you're a Marvel fan, DC fan, either or, check that dude out. He summarizes his stories pretty well. Funny enough, I remember like almost, I know I'm going to follow this helicopter a few times. Should use the other gamepad. So one thing that I am disappointed with this VMix so far is that I can't multi-stream, including Facebook. But it's not VMix's fault, that's Facebook. Facebook doesn't like to play well with others. But it's okay. Going back to the MCU, saw Captain Marvel a couple of weeks ago. Enjoyed it. I don't like all the politics that go around, like You know what? I'll just keep it at that. Don't want to keep this all lighthearted. Not get into other BS. And if you don't know what I'm alluding to, better. Don't even worry about it. Marvel properties that the other companies doing, like Fox with X-Men. Dark Phoenix doesn't seem all that, but I'll watch it. I've seen all the X-Men movies. I hope to be pleasantly surprised about that, but I don't think I will be. Shazam looks pretty good. That's DC. Again, I'm not overly enthusiastic about it, but
Spider sense tingling, signaling danger. Trouble up ahead. Let's go, Spider-Man.
it's been a while since. How does this one work? Yep, so yeah, the life bar is just numbers, and that was the thing I always hated about these, and I always, even as a kid, I thought, man, even if you're doing nothing, the life bar just goes down like time. It takes away its time. And you're just pumping in quarters, pumping in quarters. Keep on playing. And of course, in the beginning of every game, they always put that winners don't use drugs. You had no money to buy drugs because you wasted it on the video games. I could constantly do that since I have no worries about my health going down all the way. And here comes the lizard. Never saw the Amazing Spider-Man 2 where they actually had the lizard. Looked like a Goomba from Super Mario Brothers. After the whole Tobey Maguire one, I skipped Amazing Spider-Man's, and from what I hear, it turned out to be an actual good decision. I like Tom Holland as the new Spider-Man. I'm not gonna front on that. Bastard. Oops. Remember that. Oh, I'm just a piñata right there. Wrong way. Whoops. Not gonna be greedy. I almost fell on my head. Boom. I don't know, but if anybody's built a stack like this, I think they'll be fired from construction. This is the worst scaffolding job I've ever seen. So while I wait, hold your horses. Yep, I could feel that. Ouch. Hello. So, one thing I saw that I was looking down for a minute, I was looking at the other feature called VMix Social, where you can see comments or anything if they're being left. I don't think I have it connected all the way. And so if there's anybody who's commenting or anything, I apologize, but I'm not watching it right now. Oh, I just got rolled over. So give me 1 second. Refresh title. The Green Goblin. Whoops. I don't remember that. Alright, so not gonna lie, this is pretty annoying. Three times? Well, I guess that was the end of that guy. So one thing, also you gotta be careful of when streaming out. You really have to know what you have available in internet-wise. So I have a pretty good upload speed, over 500 upload. I got like 400 download, 500 upload. So I'm able to use the streaming camera, the IP stream going into VMix, run VMix on 3 streams. So the more, if I would add more IP streaming cameras, which I could, each camera I have set only to 3 MPS. I could put it all the way up to 8, but that'll be overkill. I really don't need to do that. 5 if I wanted to be a little bit more, make sure the stream's a little bit more secure. But 3, I don't think it's much trouble at all. So it's definitely using a good amount of upload MPS. So I would say, to be safe, at least have a 50 of an upload speed. And also, I'm connected Ethernet to the Alienware. I'm not using the Wi-Fi signal, although I could, because Wi-Fi wise, my Wi-Fi is all the way up to 300 MPS upload speed. So if I want to go completely Wi-Fi, I could do it no problem. But I'm just more comfortable using the Ethernet port. Again, I have VMix running on an Alienware. That's another thing, you got to make sure that your computer can handle VMix. I wouldn't run anything else while I'm running VMix. I am currently using total of my 42% of the CPU. If I was using my other laptop, I'm pretty sure I would be at 99, and my connection would start dropping. And you'll know, it'll tell you connection issues. These things are pretty good at letting you know when you're reaching your limit. But I've been constantly steady on my streams. No issues. I go. How do I get jump? That's what I wanted to do. Alright, so. .com. I wonder who would play a good Doc Ock in the new Spider-Man universe. I did like the female Doc Ock in Spider-Man Spider-Verse. I thought that was pretty cool. And especially that came out of nowhere. Right to the Kingpin's office. I still had to see the last season of Daredevil. And Punisher for that matter. Their final seasons. Hopefully Hulu does pick them up. I hope they don't go to that Disney streaming platform just because I don't want to buy another streaming service. Hey, all you guys, stop making different streaming services. It really sucks. I'm not paying for all of them. That's not cool. Well, A little bit of arm workouts. Oh, that was fun. I wanted to leave you alone, but you had to be Johnny Mr. Follow a lot. Not worth it. Yep. So this is a copter you fall off a lot in. Yeah, it just jumped into the blade. Had to find his flying patterns. Yeah, that's a good opportunity there. Alright, so I might take forever in this part. Unless I knew I could do that. I got uppercutted. Two hearts. I'm hoping to finally see a good Doctor Doom in the movie. I didn't see the Fantastic Four movie either. That's the complaining part about the gaming complaining.
Signaling danger. Trouble up ahead. Let's go, Spider-Man.
Monkey Man. Shout out to the powerful Monkey Man. I don't think I had ever had enough quarters to make it to this stage. I don't remember making it this far, ever. And more lizards. Yo, these monkey men walk like Conor McGregor. Stop biting me. I gotta get out of in between all these monkey men. And I just kick backwards. So where to now? Oh. And we're still going. This is Doom's Castle. I knew what it was and I stepped out in anyways. How do you survive a big toss like that? Ew. It's like I'm in a New York subway. I tried to jump over it this time, it just didn't work. Nope. Nope. Again, 3 green goblins. Oh, you bastard.
Scratch one green goblin.
More Sandman. Nope. Seriously? More rats. Ow. Seriously? It was a Doombot.
Dirty trick.
Nope. I'm trying to rush this now. Nope, that doesn't work. Whatever. Can I kill these things too? I can. That was nowhere near my hitbox. No, fool. Oh, it just keep on sparking here. Nope. Come on, that can't be your final form.
That machine!
Too many Tom Hardys. It's like 3-card Monty, but with Venoms. Bastard. So I think that was the end of the game. Doom's Castle, bunch of Venoms. It's actually the first time I beat the game ever. You saw how many, if it was quarters, I think I would have probably wasted a good 20 bucks. That's how they get you when you're kids. The battle is over. All right. So let's game over. All right, guys. That'll be it for me. Thank you for joining me. So again, this was really more to test with the VMix. Maybe I'll do this again. Maybe I'll have somebody over. We'll play and talk more bullshit. But I'm gonna try the stream actually right now with Facebook by itself. For some reason, Facebook, not, we know exactly why. Facebook wants to be the overlord and do everything on its own. But hey, it's all right. So once again, thank you for watching. You know, if you're watching in the future, not the live stream, you know, let me know what you think about VMix. If you actually used it before too, any tips and tricks I should know about, let me know. Cool. Peace.